I would say the mistake I was taught when deadlifting was arching your lower back to initiate the movement. And I think it's actually a mistake to teach it that way. I would always say neutral is the best. The reason why arching your lower back during a deadlift is bad is because, say you're deadlifting really heavy, and sure, your spinal erectors are fully flexed, fully contracted, so your spine won't be overly stretched if you're deadlifting really heavy. But one of the problems with that is if you're going from an excessive arch and all of a sudden your abs or your lower back cannot handle that type of weight, and you go into a full flexion with that much weight at a high speed, I would say you would get injured a lot more than if you're already in a neutral position and then you accidentally go into a rounded position, because that's a lot of distance your spine has to travel at that kind of speed. Another thing to factor in is when you are already in anterior pelvic tilt, your hip flexors are already tight, and if you excessively arch your back during a deadlift, you're making your hip flexors even tighter, and you won't be able to activate your glutes as much to give yourself power to initiate the movement. And during excessive arch of your lower back, your abs are in the fully lengthened position, and a fully lengthened position of any muscle is generally at its weakest point. The abs are strongest when it's in a neutral position to protect the lower back. Another thing to factor in is when you excessively arch your back, you're going to have more distance to travel, because your shoulders will be higher, therefore your hands are going to be higher. You're going to have to squat down a little bit more just to reach the bar. And since I've been learning about Atlas stone lifting, I haven't practiced with an actual stone, but I've done it with several plates. I've also done the Zerker deadlift off the floor, like I've posted a few videos, and those have to be done with a slightly rounded back just to pick it up properly. If you try to pick up an Atlas stone with an arch back, it's very difficult to do it, and even to keep it close to your body. Come to think of it, in the past, when I injured my lower back from a deadlift, I had tight hip flexors and I was arching my lower back like crazy just to initiate the movement. And I've gotten a little bit of lower back pain from behind the back deadlift, and I was initiating with an arch back, even though the injury wasn't as close as bad as what I got in 2014. But I would say for deadlifts, neutral spine is always going to be the most powerful position and will be the best to prevent lower back injury.